I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Well, that is just my fucking bad. I just ended my stream for no apparent reason. I'm out of it. I accidentally hit the end stream button trying to go to my main menu. Where C qualifies on pole, I told you tonight I am off of rhythm. I'm out of rhythm now. I already said earlier, but everything's out of sorts. Okay. Whoa. Who is gonna qualify on pole for race? If I'm not mistaken, this is race 9, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let me check my thumbnails real quick. This should be race 9 of the Backwoods Racing League series. We're gonna see who qualifies on pole for the 9th race and the race right before. 2 races until we get to the playoffs. Who gets the 5 points? We're gonna see here. Who is on pole for tonight's event? It's going to be Sterlo. So one of the guys I predicted earlier said he was going to win it. Qualifies on pole. Irish right beside him. So him and Irish together. T-Stone, one of the quick guys in your car, Georgia. So I know you're rooting for him. He's starting 3rd. 4th. I'm hoping someone goes live. Who's going to go live for me? Dodge. 5th is going to be Spartan. 6th is going to be Leppy. 7th is going to be Trip. They better invite me. I swear to God, if they don't invite me, I am going to scream at them. I promise you. I will go into that VC. Imagine they forget me again. That'd be wild. So Sterlo qualifies on pole in the AJ Allmendinger 16 machine. 16. Gotta pronounce the teen, man. Why can I not pronounce that? Let me tell you something about Darlington, though. This track in 3 and 4, I feel like 3 and 4 is the only really passing zone, in my opinion, at this type of track, because 1 and 2 is almost full out, and if you try to get alongside someone, or if you force someone up in the high lane, it can be very tight, and typically they tap the wall, and that really sends them to the rear. But there is an opportunity here to make passes in 3 and 4, as it's kind of like a braking zone, I would say. You have to brake a tiny bit, maybe. Maybe you let off before the 3 cones. I think that actually is my move personally. I like to let off before the 3 cones instead of just waiting there, I let it roll into the corner instead of just tapping the brakes, because I feel like tapping the brakes in any of the 2020 cars just send you sideways, or slideways as we like to say around here. Just gets you loose, and I feel like that is the way you want to drive these type of cars. Feel like you want to keep that thing straight. You want to be able to drive off the corner full throttle. So we'll see how all these drivers compete with the difficulties of Darlington. The 4X where, let me get my bills down. Okay, I'm gonna chill out, sit on my seat, and vibe out for a minute until we get this race started. I expect the top 5 to be near one another. I expect from there on out to be actually spread out. I fully believe that it's going to be mistake driven. I think the top drivers are going to have to make mistakes, and that's the only way you're going to get really around them. Because you can be really defensive here and hold on to position, in my opinion. Is anyone streaming? Irish is. Okay, they are starting the race. Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it! Yeah, I'm trying to bring energy to myself. Alright, we got 22 in the field, so it's a decently large field, I would say, for the Xfinity Series cars. So a decent field size again this week. I have been loving the field size, but the thing is, with a bigger field, it could cause more accidents. So I'm looking for some clean racing. Irish is alongside Sterlo, who's on pole. We're going to see the front two drivers. These guys are really competitive in the Premier Series, but they're also in the Xfinity Series. We're going to see how they run tonight. Here we go for the 9th race of the Backwoods Racing Series League. We're going to get underway in a few seconds as we have some people on old gen. Yes, I am blaming old geners. Yes, you on Xbox Ones. Upgrade if you can. I'm not judging if you're sorry. Here we go. We are underway again in race 9 of the Backwoods Racing League Series. Here we go. Sterlo and Irish side by side. We got the 18 of T-Stone is subbing tonight. Dodge Dakota has another good qualifying effort by his crew as the 16 slides in front of the 7. Here comes another one of them Toyotas. It's Raptor in the 54. Here comes the, if I'm not mistaken, that is Leppy in the 11, not Impact. So Leppy is the guy on the outside looking in as we see people tapping the wall in the back. Fenris and the 54 are side by side back here. Raptor is actually in the rear of the field now. That is Spartan in the 19 battling for third as Perk hits the wall. Oh my god, that was an unsafe merge. The 21 Steel Carrot got loose in front of K-Thermson holding him up, and here comes Cowboy Tech to the bottom. Making a move back here as we see the 07 getting free. We're going to go back up to the lead though as the battle's heating up, tripping the 54. Dueling back here as Tripp gets clear of him. So back up to the lead. Sterlo still holds on over Irish, as we can see looking back from his point of view. T-Stone dueling with Dodge Dakota. He's on the outside preferred lane in 3 and 4 as they slide into the wall a little bit. Here comes Dodge sending it up at the inside of T-Stone side by side as T-Stone loses third to the 9 car of Dodge Dakota. Here comes the 19 of Spartan trying to make a move on T-Stone as well. So T-Stone falls back to third as we saw Dodge hit the apron, hit the wall actually there into 1 and 2, so that's going to cost them a little bit of time as he slides back in front of the 18 who's going to make a move into 3. We're going to go on board hood cam. Taps, oh, they make contact! 9 car on the wall! T-Stone got into him, and that's going to cost Dodge Dakota 3 spots as Tripp is all over his rear bumper. So T-Stone moves the 9 car up the track into the wall he goes. So we're going to see how that's going to fare later in this race as Dodge early on gets moved into the wall as we are still racing up front. But Sterlo and Irish are starting to pull away from third after that little incident between the 18 and the 9. So now these two, I feel like Irish is actually starting to lose touch with Sterlo here. I feel like Sterlo's got more pace than the number 7 machine right behind him, the Justin Allgaier car that won, by the way, at Las Vegas in the Xfinity Series. But I don't think it will happen again tonight. We'll see, though. As Sterlo is Mr. Consistency as we have a battle for 4th. Dodge Dakota, Leppy in the wall, taps it. Here comes Tripp. Tripp and Leppy outside. Technically, Tripp is the cutoff line. Here comes Raptor to the bottom. So around this 5th place spot is where all the action is. As Leppy is dueling with Raptor. Raptor touches the apron off of 1 and 2. As we saw, Leppy had to check up. Oh! They keep it straight. Keep it straight, boys. Perk, where is Impact going? He's going to pit road. So we have the first of our pit stops. Remember, they all have to do 1 pit stop during this stage. As for some reason, we are on a different kind of wear. It is Forex wear tonight as we saw Spartan got around the 18. He's up to 3rd. I did not see this on my point of view, but Spartan is grooving and smoothing. I mean, he's been hot the last few weeks in this series. He's been very strong, competing with Irish for wins. Last week especially, could not get there at the end, but he's been a very competitive car, so look for him to be strong tonight as well. I'm going to go back up to the lead, though, as Irish is starting to hawk in. That's 16 of Sterlo, as the Forex wear is starting to bite on Sterlo's machinery. So they only get about 16 laps of fuel, which, in my opinion, you could burn about 1 or 2 just pushing. For a second there, I thought Irish was going to get back to the 16 of Sterlo, but it's starting to actually drop back as he nearly taps the wall and won. So now T-Stone has fallen all the way back to 4th with Dodge Dakota, the person he moved earlier, right behind him. Let's see what he does in 3 and 4. I don't think there'll be payback. Might be just trying to get around him pretty cleanly or pretty fastly here. We're going to have a battle for 4th, heating up. And if T-Stone gets pushed hard enough, he will actually probably catch Spartan, in my opinion. Oh, there goes the 9. Gets a little free there off the corner. Here comes T-Stone to pit road. This is a very long and indecisive pit road. You can send it quite a bit, but you got to make that commitment cone. There, good entry by T-Stone in the 18. We're going to see who comes down next time by. As we see Leppy in the A car dueling back here. I think this is just outside the top 8 in the running order. God damn, I can't speak tonight. Here comes Leppy to pit road. So Leppy is officially coming to pit road. We see Perk join him, Trip as well. They're all sending it down pit road. 21 had a late entry. Was that the 54 Raptor? No, that was Spartan. Looked a little late there. That looked like off of 3, to be honest with you, but we'll see how that's ruled after the race. Trip also got in there cleanly with K-Therms, so good entry by those crews. The 07 to pit road, B13 to pit road. B13 may have got caught up in an early incident as he was off the pace a little bit, as Irish is not down pit road. We need to get up to Irish. Irish and Spartan are, god damn it. Sterlo. Irish Sterlo to pit road. Right behind him is going to be the 9 car of Dodge Dakota. So they are all into pit road with about 10 to go, about 9 to go when they get out of pit road in the stage 1. Yeti is right in front of the leaders as he just came and got his stops. So now they are entering their pit stalls. Who is going to come out as the leader? I'm wondering if early pit stops matter here, as tire wear is going to be a crucial point of this event, as tires are 4x wear, so you really, really want fresh ones tonight. Oh, Sterlo beats out Irish, but it's going to be a tight duel. Here comes the 10 car of Impact to the lead. So he jumps all of these cars by pitting early. That was Impact's goal from the get-go in stage 1. Get up to track position as he now has the lead over Irish and Sterlo. So now the question is, can they hawk down the 10 car on older tires? Actually, Impact's in 3rd as we have Line Cone coming into pit road. So Impact's going to cycle out to the lead here. He does. As Cowboy in line pitted a little bit later than everyone else. So now the question is, when do the leaders catch up to Impact if they can? We have about 8 to go in stage 1. It does Impact affect Sterlo, as Sterlo's trying to make a move for the lead. Or for 2nd, my apologies, as he's now all over the back bumper of the 7. Line Cone also settled in right in front of Trip. So the 8 car in Cowboy Tech also right in front of these guys. The Line Cone's going to try to make a move on Cowboy into 3 and 4 as he gets underneath him. Oh, he gets a little free. Back up to the front. They are now on the back bumper of Impact. So Impact on a little bit older tires is going to have to conserve and duel with these top 3. He leaves the door open. Here comes Irish to the bottom for the lead in stage 1. Impact into the wall. And that's going to end it for stage chances. Now he's just trying to hang on as B13 has a chance of going a lap down early on in this race. I thought B13 would be a strong contender to run inside the top 10 potentially, but no. He might go a lap down as he had an early incident. As we're seeing a lot of congestion back here as T-Stone is getting passed by Perk and the 9 car of Dodge, who's on fresher tires than everyone else in this pack. Spartan being caught by his teammate in the 54. Oh, we saw the little tiny contact between the 9 and the 18, but they're clean. B13 lets him go. So B13 is now officially a lap down early on in stage 1. Now the key question is, can Irish hold on to win stage 1? He's the points leader. He's been dominant all night long so far, but Sterlo has been there. Sterlo got passed late in the run in stage 1. As we saw late in that run, the first stint before the pit stops, Sterlo did initially pass Irish, but Irish got back around him as Sterlo's on the long run. His car was ailing, aka getting slower, so hopefully made some adjustments at this pit stop, as now he's got to work his way around it. We are under 5 to go. No more cautions. We just look behind the 18. Look at that line of cars. All on the lap, by the way. As Dodge is trying to hunt down. Oh! And there goes B13 again around! The 19 of Spartan got collected with him. He got loose, collected B13, and that is a rough night for B13 continuing. He is now a lap down, and with damage, he could go another. We're going back up to the lead. Spartan is being hunted. Oh, my apologies. Irish is trying to hang on. He doesn't have that much older tires. I think they're on an equal strategy as they pit at the same time, but Sterlo is keeping him within distance as Metz is going to be another lap car as B13 has an opportunity to go 2 laps down early on in stage 1. Not a great start for him. Here comes the lap car of Metz. It's very difficult to get around lap cars. It's going to affect Irish. Here comes Sterlo. Here comes Sterlo. Cowboys gets out of the way. Oh my god, my voice cracked. I am sorry. But here comes Sterlo again. He got an opportunity with some lap cars. We should be coming to white flag here very soon. As that was white flag or checkered flag for stage 1 as they wreck in the back. Huge wreck at the line. As I think Impact's tire blew at the line, causing a big one. I think a lot of people's tires blew there. I am sorry for the laps. I was not keeping track, I guess. I didn't have them popping up on my screen. His tire blew at the line, causing a calamity behind him. Can you go up, Irish, please? God damn it. So line cone, Leppy, we saw Sterlo able to hold on. Irish was able to hold on over Sterlo. Perk is third. Fourth, I don't know who. I apologize. B13 goes multiple laps down late in stage 1, so that's going to be very costly as we might have our first lag on Cowboy Tech, who might actually be on pit road. He might have got forced by Impact blowing his tire there. So he stayed out, get his lap back free there this time, I guess. That's a free lap back for him. Alright, here we go in stage 2, the start of it. Gonna be a little bit shorter. Actually, it might be a little bit longer. Yes, it is a little bit shorter with 19 laps. I know what some people are thinking, but no. Do not try what I think you're thinking as we have someone stay out or may have been forced down pit road. That is Fenris on the inside. We are underway in stage 2. Here we go. Fenris on the bottom. He elects to go down to the apron, so he accidentally stayed out. Same with Line Cone, who is lagging back there, as Irish is your leader. Here we go with the beginning of stage number 2. Dodge Dakota up to third again with T-Stone following in his footsteps. Sterlo still sitting in second. I haven't been able to see the moves that Sterlo can make on the 7 car of Irish. It's been really an Irish show so far. I'm waiting for Sterlo to make a move very shortly as we have 18 to go in stage 2. Here comes Sterlo, got a good run into 1 and 2. We're going to try to see if he can get a draft move here. Can he make a move into 3 and 4? Can he get underneath the 7 car of Irish? He's not going to be able to. Maybe give him a little bumper bump, but that's not going to be enough to move Irish up the track a little bit to make the move, as they are now entering 17 to go. We're going to keep track of the laps as I screwed up last time by. Back there sitting in 5th is the 11 car of Leppy. That is, we saw Impact do some strategy in stage 1, try to make it on tires. It did not work out as he blew his tire at the end of the stage and finished 11th. So no stage points after doing all types of strategy is very costly for his efforts tonight. He wanted the track position, did not get it, and then blew his tire just to finish 11th and start in the rear again. So it was a good strategy call by him, but the 4X wear really costed him at the end there. Here comes Sterlo getting a run off of 1 and 2. Had the check up there. With the checkup, it made Irish hold on. So that's going to help Irish hold on to the lead as Sterlo had the checkup instead of just ramming into the bumper of Irish. So now we're going to see this. I think Sterlo has the better car in this run. I think he's made a better adjustment than Irish, but the draft is a factor. Into the wall, Irish taps it! Sterlo has the checkup. That's going to allow Dodge to get there. Who's going to make the move first? Dodge is looking to make a move on Sterlo as here comes the 18 of T-Stone. Dodge had the checkup for Sterlo as he did not want to back bumper him. And here comes Leppy to the outside. That's going to open the door for Spartan to the bottom. Into 1 they go. Here comes the 18 as caution is out. For the first time tonight, Trip may be involved. There may have been a lot of cars involved as a lot of cars are under pace. Maybe Toaster. Try to look for some damage. Steel Carrot was definitely involved in that machine. He's got a lot of front end damage. Maybe Yeti involved. But now they are heading to pit stops. This should eliminate the fuel strategy game. AKA, it wasn't there in the first place, but that eliminates any strategy from really being played as they are now good on fuel and tires. I will say though, if we have another caution within like maybe 7 to go, I will say, okay, it was tripping some others. I will say, if we have a caution within 7 to go in the stage, I could see a lot of cars coming down to pit road again because it is 4X wear. So if we have another caution within 7 to go, or under 7 to go, I feel like we'll have a lot of actually front runners who come in and take the tires because, well, yes, it's hard to pass here. I think fresh tires are the key to winning. I feel like whoever has the freshest tires at the end of this race will win this race if they have track position. Keyword, if they have track position. Key pit stop alert, by the way. Pit stall is the 8 car has the #1 pit stall this race, so that could be a factor if it gets up in front as the Dodge and T-Stone are right next to one another. The 07 is spinning around with the 18 as he's going to take over 4th place from the 18 to T-Stone. So the 07 implements some strategy into his cards as he jumps from in the rear of the field to 4th. So B13 has been struggling so far. Impact is, to say the least, he does not look good, but who cares if your car looks good, right? Am I right or am I right? You just need to be able to run it, right? His car looks like it's been through hell and back as he wrecked at the end of stage 1, so that made his car look damaged as hell, but they repaired it. His car's fine. On his screen, at least. On my screen, it looks damaged as hell. So here we go into the choose cone this time by. We see the 9 and the 18 decide to go to the top together. So let's see if they can work together on the top lane. Is non-preferred lane. We see someone jump up 4 slots in the outside lane. That is Leppy jumping up to 3rd row. with the 54 following and Impact following him as well. So now we're going to see who can get the better restart. I think it's clearly going to be the inside lane, but if the 9 car can hold on and keep on the outside of Sterlo entering 3 and 4, there is a chance we could have a change for second. We'll see here into the restart zone. Alright, I need some water, respectfully. I'm going to get my water. There's my water. Let me drink it and mute myself. Alright. Here we go. Irish is going to lead us back to the green flag. We're going to get the lap count at the line. Here we go into the Geico restart zone. Who is going to lead us to the green checkered flag, or whatever the hell they call it. Here we go into the restart zone. Good restart by the 9 car of Dodge Dakota. He did get a good restart there. Him and his teammate Irish are side by side, earning 1 and 2. Still side by side, a little bit corner panel to corner panel, as the 9 car could clear Sterlo out of 1 and 2. He's got the draft of his teammate. He does. So now Dodge Dakota up to second, making his moves through the field. He got bumped a little bit by the 18. He gets in front of Sterlo. Sterlo gives him the one horn, as he's now dueling for second into 1 and 2. Side by side for second, up to fourth is Leppy. 54 and the 18 dueling. That's Raptor and his teammate of T-Stone, who is subbing for they're both sub drivers in those cars. Still side by side for second, as they're now shuffling in the back. We might have saw someone make contact between the 9. The 9 turned down into Sterlo. Around the 54 goes! And there they go! Around they go in the rear, and that's going to be another caution. 54 hit the apron, went around. And this is race back this time by. Sterlo and the 9 still side by side for second. Here comes Leppy. Into the wall the 9 car goes. And here comes everyone shuffling past behind him. Leppy needs to hang on. He wants his spot to get up to third. Key track position and needs good points tonight. He's going to take it. 18 is going to get challenged by Spartan. That's not going to be enough. And caution is out for the second time tonight for a racing incident. So 54 hit the apron, went around, collected a bunch of cars. So 54 Raptor hit the apron there. Costly mistake by him, as now he's on pit road. So like I said earlier, if we win about this actually calls into play with this 4X wear. While majority of the field you would think would not pit, I think they're actually going to pit. I think everyone's going to pit here. Take their fuel and tires. It's worth it in these cars. I don't think we're going to see a lot of strategy being called based off of stage 1, as we saw Impact blow his tire at the end of the stage. So Irish is going to lead us down to the pit road. As when we go green, we'll be going green with about 6 to go in stage 1. Stage 2, god damn. I called stage 1 so bad. I am so sorry for that. I don't know why I'm not keeping up with the laps tonight. Stage 1 finish is definitely going to be called a little bit better. Stage 2 finish. Stage 2. Stage 2 finish is going to be called better, as we see Langcone just coming into his pit stall now. But who is going to win the race off pit road? Is it going to be Sterlo? Is it going to be Irish? We're going to see here very soon. 11.0 stop by the crew of Impact. So his crew chief is doing some God's work back there, as we see Irish is going to beat everyone off pit road. Actually, 2 tire stop by Impact there to gain some track position. As Leppy is now sitting in the 3rd position. Key track position, he needs some good stage points. So I would say for Leppy, don't wreck the car. Secure some stage points. You need them really bad. You're on the outside looking in. Yes, you want the win, but you need these stage points to get into the playoffs. I say just be safe at the end of the stage. Try to finish in 3rd if you can. If you can make the move for 2nd, go for it. Or if you can make the move for the win of the stage, go for it, but don't wreck yourself doing it. Here we go into the choose cone, this time by. Here they go to the choose. Irish, what lane does he choose? He chooses the bottom. Impact follows his teammate. So 3 teammates on the top lane. As we see another group of cars on the bottom. Irish. The Spartan. The 19 and the 18. 2 teammates on the bottom. 3 teammates on the top. So it's really a duel between teammates. And then you got the lone 7 car of Irish, no teammates anywhere near him. The nearest teammate to him is outside the top 5, maybe outside the top 10 in the 9 car of Dodge Dakota. So, gonna be B13. Where the hell did he come from? B13 went from 2 laps down to inside the top 10 with these cautions. He got the waiver runs. So we're gonna see, he got the free pass. He got the free pass and now he's inside the top 10. So he went from having a horrible night to just in stage 2 with about 6 to go on the lead lap inside the top 10, potentially for some stage points. Here we go into the Geico restart zone. We're going to be getting underway again. Who is going to steal stage 2? Is it going to be Irish again? Here we go into the Geico restart zone. They are underway again in stage 2. Who is going to get it done? Sterlo, Irish, side by side, earning 1 and 2. 5 to go, no more cautions. If anything happens, it happens. Leppy is running wide in 3rd. Spartan clears him, he's up to 3rd. So Leppy lost the position there, but that is okay. He does not want to wreck the machine. Spartan, Spartan gets tapped in the wall by Leppy, but they keep it straight back there. So Sterlo is trying to get around Irish. We're under 4 to go now. Who is going to get stage 1? Here comes Sterlo. Is he going to lay the crown horn to the 7 machine? Sterlo and Irish have been running very, very cleanly so far, but it's very difficult to make a pass at Darlington cleanly. He's going to have to make the 7 car get loose or make a mistake to win the stage. As what Irish is trying to do is secure and lock up that regular season championship after the night. He's trying to make it no worries, basically, by running very well and dominant tonight. Sterlo's going to get the run off of 1 and 2 here. But he's not going to be able to make the move as we are now entering under 2 to go at the line. As we see someone getting loose. Who is that? Entering pit road. That is a 10 car of Impact. He's off the pace. Something happened to Impact. I don't know what happened. To the 10 car, Irish in the wall. Here comes Sterlo. They both get held up. Here comes Spartan. He's gonna split the middle. Does he split it? He gets slowed up. Here comes Leppy. Irish got loose, tapped the wall there. Spartan, they now cycle it back up. They're straight again. Spartan Irish has now up to 2nd as Irish tap the wall again in 1 and 2. Here comes Spartan, gives him the bumper. Here comes Leppy. Who is going to win stage number 1? White flag in there. On the backstretch into 3 and 4 for the last time. Irish coming now to 3 and 4. He's going to secure stage 1. He takes it home for the first 2 stage victories. Sitting in 2nd is going to be Spartan. And guess who stole 3rd? That is the 0006 of Trip. Trip steals 3rd. 4th is going to be B13. Sterlo or Leppy finishes 5th. 6th is going to be the 92 of Yeti. He secures some track position, but the biggest loser of all of that is the 16 of Sterlo. He drops from all the way inside the top 2 to outside the top 5. See right behind him is the 9, and then it's Sterlo finishing around 8th. So tough break for him as Irish tapped the wall twice in the last 3 laps and still hold on to win stage number 2. Leppy got some much needed stage points though. But Tripp finishing inside the top 5 there was not what he wanted. So Irish Spartan a new front row Here we get going for stage number 3. The first time Spartan started on the front row, he's going to try to lock in, secure his spot right in front of Tripp, and he does it. Brilliant move by him as B13's up to 4th. So now the question is, can Sterlo get through that field, or the masses? Yeti taps the wall. That's going to hold up Sterlo as he's right behind him. We're on board with the 18 of T-Stone in the masses as B13 is making a move on Tripp. Where does T-Stone go as he's pushing a Tripp into the wall? Hard into the wall, comes down in front of Leppy. He's going to hold up Leppy and dodge Dakota. This is not where you want to get stacked up. It's not a great place to get stacked up off of 1 and 2. So now Spartan and Irish have some room to breathe. They can make a few mistakes before the top, maybe top 5 even get there. Because 5th and 4th are dueling hard right now as Tripp is hanging on to 4th. As Dodge Dakota taps the wall, Yeti gets in the back bumper of Leppy a little bit there, but they keep it straight. Here comes a run from Leppy, going to make the move into 3 and 4 on Tripp. Remember, Leppy needs to make moves on Tripp. Tripp is on the bubble right now for the playoffs. So Leppy needs to get any track position he can as we see Tripp tap the wall there. Leppy cannot clear the 0 of Tripp heading into 1 and 2. Still side by side for 4th. As now Tripp is going to fall all the way outside the top 5 as Line Cone makes the move. Here comes Yeti making a move for 7th as Tripp is back into the wall. Here comes the 18 of T-Stone, taps the wall, gets slided into it. Into Sterlo he goes. Here comes Dodge Dakota being aggressive. As Tripp is going to continue to fall back as he's very free off of 3 and 4. Here comes that 16 machine who is running top 2 until Irish hard into the wall. T-Stone goes. I don't know what happened to T-Stone. He got free there. Falls all the way back outside the top 10 as Tripp continues to fall into the wall. He goes again. So Tripp is continuing on his downfall as he was just inside the top 5. And here comes Spartan for the lead. Here comes B13 as well. Spartan, B13, and Irish. We saw this last week. If you guys remember correctly, these were the top 3 in the battle. Oh, Irish in the wall. And it slides up right in front of the 11 car of Leppy. Into Line Cone they go. Hard to the wall Irish goes. And that might be his race. As there's only 1 car around. So Irish taps the wall. Gets in front of Leppy. And then dies. But he's getting going again. He's gone. Is that going to be a caution? If that's no caution, one of the most dominant cars of the night is out of it. Early on in stage 3. As now Spartan has command over the field. So Spartan B13 sitting back there in 3rd is Leppy being challenged by Line Cone. As Irish is down pit road. So Irish is, I would say his chances are very minimal of winning, but he's going to try to salvage his night. Potentially get some adjustments, run out a full fuel run in that machine. As we're going to get the laps to go in a few seconds. So we're entering 56 out of 74, so that's about 22 to go. As we see some other cars coming to pit road. I don't think the fuel cycle is not open yet. The fuel cycle is not open for these drivers. So if you're coming down pit road this early, that means you had an issue. As we see Leppy dueling for 3rd. As we look back, Line Cone making a move as he slides up. Oh, scraping the wall there. Comes down right in front of K-Therm, so he's inside the top 5. Like I said earlier, K-Therms is always there at the end of these races. He hasn't won this season, but he's been very consistent as we see the 07 to pit road. Oh, Yeti gets free. Oh, Line Cone under the apron. Oh, my God. He almost killed the field. 9 car. They save it. What a save by them. Holy save by the field there. As we now see B13 challenging the lead. B13 is hooking on to the back bumper of the 19 of Spartan. He's going to be there at the end of this race if it continues to duel like this. 16 to go when they cross the line. So now the fuel window is technically open. You got to push your tires to the max, though. I recommend pitting with about 14 or 12 to go as we see Leppy to pit road. I'm going to guess it's off at 3 and 4 tonight when you can pit. Does not look like it's influenced the 3, entering 3, based on what I'm seeing. As Sterlo is now sitting in 4th as Leppy went to pit road. Do we see them come down this time by? When do the leaders come down? Here comes Irish and K-Therms and the 92 of Yeti. They're all 3 together to pit road. Impact is fuel saving, I think, a little bit. Might be conserving his stuff. We saw it earlier in stage 1. He did try to conserve his stuff but did not make it, but he could make some adjustments to his machinery to do 2 tires here. We'll see. Alright, here comes V13. He dives in underneath. He's going to try to beat the 19 in pit road. Oh, he got free. Here they come. Diving it. Oh, we see the 98 gain a little bit. The 9 car as well. It's tight between the top 2. Line cone stays out for the lap. Alright. So now all the front runners have pitted. Let's get over to B13. Spartan is out. No, they're all entering pit road now. Okay. I'm not tripping. As they're 3 wide exiting pit road. Yeti, Sterlo, and K-Therms. They're all sitting. They were 3rd, 4th, and 5th. How clean was their entry compared to the top 3? Top 2? Here comes Spartan. He beats B13 out, but they're going to be neck and neck. This is what B13 wanted. Can he get a little closer to him exiting pit road? Oh no, he's going to lose a ton of time exiting. Here comes Yeti. Yeti, Sterlo, and that group of cars are going to beat B13 out. Oh my god, what are they doing? Here comes Yeti. K-Therms, they all get around B13, but on the other hand, Spartan gets away scotch-free. Can they gain on Spartan? Oh, my broadcast just ended for one of my point of views. That's not good for me, as my only point of view now is a lap down. So now it's Spartan, the 92, Yeti, and Sterlo sitting 1, 2, 3. And back there in 4th, like he always is K-Therms, sitting inside the top 5. We are now entering under 12 laps to go in the race. I'm thinking that this one could be won by Spartan, as his biggest competitor, B13, is now stuck behind Yeti and company. Lap traffic, though, could be a factor late in this event. We saw it earlier. It did affect one of the playoff guys as we have 11 to go at the line. In stage 3, tires are also a factor. How good are your tires at this point in the race? As they have a huge group behind them, but they're on older, worn tires, and they're starting to lose a little bit of grip compared to the leader. But they're hanging on. The distance isn't that much. One slip up by Spartan will get this group back into the fray as Sterlo makes a move for 2nd. As B13 is struggling as Sterlo and Yeti make contact for 2nd. That might just do it for those two as we see in front of the leader, the 07, 08 into the wall. He holds up Spartan. Into the wall though he goes. You gotta get out of the way. There you go. Get out of the way of the leader. Here comes Sterlo though. Is he going to get enough time to gain that time back that he had to do getting around Yeti? The lap car did help him, but using that time that it took to get around Yeti, it really just equalized the gap again. But Sterlo does have a little bit better car than Yeti, so he's catching up to the 8:19 of Spartan. As now, we're going to do the lap check at the line. Who is going to get it done? Our two dominant cars of the night. Irish is not here, but Spartan and Sterlo is. Here comes Spurlo. Sterlo, my apologies. Why am I saying Spurlo? What the hell did I just say? It's Sterlo. They're 1-2. Who's going to get it done in the last few laps at Darlington? We're going to get an amazing finish here. Sterlo's going to be on the back bumper. Yeti sitting in third. And we have some lap traffic that they might catch in the last few laps of this event. Oh, shit. We have someone... God damn it, my point of view is pitting. As we are now entering 7 to go. As you see the 21 on the apron. 7 to go in this race. Who is gonna get it worked and done? Lap car of the 61. Sterlo gets free. And that's gonna do it. Here comes Yeti to second. We see a car to the inside pitting. Cathern's pitting. I'm surprised by that. Aspire, one of the new guys in the series, gets out of the way. Good job by the 61. Good job by you. 6 to go. With one more lap, there's going to be no more cautions in this event. You want to redeem your autograph? Alright, Cobra. 6 to go. We're entering 5 to go at the line this time, Die. We saw Sterlo get as close as about car length away, but that's not going to be enough. 5 to go. No more cautions at Darlington. And around they go in the rear. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, someone around. I don't know who that was. That looked like Dodge. As K-Therms did have to pit. It was Dodge Dakota. He's been running solid all night. But it's not going to be enough as he's going to wreck late in the event to lose all the track position. We are 4 to go. So Spartan, unlike last week, has a great opportunity. He's got a sizable gap to second. So now he's just got to hold on and secure his third win of... Yes, this would be his third win of the season. So he's been very impressive this season so far as Sterlo heads to pit road. And now we're entering 3 to go. So people are pitting. I am surprised by that. 3 to go now. Does Spartan hang on to his tires? Does he believe he has enough tire left in his machine to make it to the end without blowing it? As he was one of the late pit stops in that run. Alright, here they go. So we are now under 2 to go at the line, if I'm not mistaken. 2 to go at Darlington. We see some people disconnecting in pit road. Lap traffic ahead of Spartan, but it doesn't look like it's going to be much of an issue as Mets can get out of the way on the front stretch. The back stretch, my apologies. As the gap is starting to stretch out to second more. Coming to 3 and 4 for the second and last time. Spartan, can he lead us back to the checker flag? White flag in the air. Backwoods Racing League at Darlington. He has a sizable gap back to Yeti with the lap car of Mets ahead of him. He's trying to conserve his tires with all his might. He's been solid all night long. He's been not one of the top 2 dominant cars, but it's been inside the top 5. They made mistakes late in the race, and it's going to be enough for Spartan to get it done at Darlington. Spartan wins the Backwoods Racing League at Darlington Motor Speedway. All he did all night long as Perk steals second is just be consistent. Spartan, Perk, Yeti, line, B13, T-Stone, Fenris gives us a solid top 10. Raptor, Master Killer. Top 10 and 9, that's key points for him. Dodge Dakota finishes 10th. Spartan is gonna get the autograph, or Cobra's gonna get the autograph he wanted 2 weeks ago. Yeah, his tires were very low. I'm gonna ask him how low his tires were because I thought they were gonna blow. Yeah, everyone was pitting because their tires were super low at the end of stage 1 and 2. Let's see the fastest lap here. So Spartan, like all the rest of the winners, finally got another win on the season. That is his third, by the way. So every single winner so far has at least a double-digit win in their win column. So Spartan gets his third win of the season. Perk gets a good points night, by the way, finishing second there. He gets some good stage points, so look for him to jump up in the standings. He could go from 18th to maybe 15th after tonight's race. Fenrich's got a solid top 10 there as well. Who got first to 30? I know Spartan, Perk. Let me make sure my that's it, I think, because he joined. I think it. Where Spartan, rejoin real quick. Test your audio, guys. Test your audio real quick. Join up and like say something in chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on to the interviews. If everyone's in here, Spartan's in here. Okay. All right, guys. All right. Make sure you include your audio. First up on the list of drivers tonight is gonna be Yeti. Make sure you include your audio.
It is.
How you doing, Yeti?
I'm good.
All right, Yeti. At the end there, a lot of people were pitting due to tire wear. So what was your strategy in the last few laps as you saw, I think, one of your main contenders in Sterlo come down the pit road? Were you conserving your tires massively throughout the run, or did you think you were good initially as well?
Uh,
Like, what was the strategy going in tonight?
I thought I was good in that final stop because I had 4% coming to 15 to go. So I really didn't save it in that final run because I was trying to push to catch Spartan because I had Thurl behind me. And then those last 5
Gotcha.
laps, I babied the hell out that car. I ended up blowing the tire coming out of 2 and rode the flat tire all the way to the finish.
And you still finished third.
Yep.
That's what's crazy about it. Overall, Yeti, that is still a great points night for you. What is your goal heading into next week? As I would say, locking up the playoff spot. There is a chance it could be locked up tonight if Tripp didn't score enough points, but we'll see after tonight. What is your goal heading into next week, as that is the race before the playoffs, as you are pretty much 8th in points, so you got a big enough gap to maybe get your points your way in.
Always first objective, win the race. Second objective, score top 10. That's it. It's hard enough to win these races that like a top 10, top 5 is great.
All right, any special shoutouts?
Yeah, Mets and Dark Spartan and all the ODRL admin team for letting me back in when they merged.
All right. All right, Yeti. Enjoy your night. It's already midnight, so I know you're kind of sleepy. But we'll see you hopefully next time by probably for an interview potentially. We'll see if you're near the cutoff line. But hope you enjoy your night and congrats on the top 3. Alright, we're going to move on to someone who really capitalized on the strategy part of tonight. I saw them finish second in stage 2 if I'm not mistaken, and at the end here, Perk, I mean, you did the job, kept it clean, and you got a top three tonight. Give me your thoughts on the race tonight. This is, I think, my first time talking to you, if I'm not mistaken.
We talked
You're one
last
of the new
week.
guys in.
We
Oh yeah,
talked
we did, because you did
Atlanta.
get a good finish.
Yeah, Atlanta in the Cup Series. But yeah, I had a pretty fast car. I mean, I was running up there in the top 10 all night long. I had probably about like a fifth or sixth place car, but I stretched my tires out as long as I could. Um, I wasn't pitting until like I absolutely had to, like until the tires were just done, and that ended up working out for me because everyone else pitted too soon and had to keep hitting and taking tires. So I was on the same cycle as Spartan, and that ended up working out for me. Me and him got 1-2. He had a blue tire right in front of me going into the last turn. So um,
Luckily, you missed it, right?
yeah, I kind of dove on him because I figured that he was gonna blow his tire because he was going really really slow. So, but I almost blew mine too. Mine were like 2%. So, but yeah, the strategy worked out. That was my strategy, just going, through the run as long as I could, and you know, I don't think I had a second place car, but I definitely had a top 10. I feel like I deserve this result, so I'm happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, you did capitalize beautifully on the strategy, and I mean, it is one of the skills that you have to have at Darlington, especially with this 4x square, that you got to be conservative on your tires, and that's exactly what you did tonight. You pitted, executed beautifully. You got some good stage points as well, Perk. So, what is your goal heading into next week? As it is a tough battle to get in the playoffs here, but there is a chance. I'm not. You have a chance of making the playoffs on points, but you're gonna have to basically execute beautifully. So, what is your goal heading into next week and
Um,
after tonight?
my goal is to just hopefully be able to show up. I just started a new job, so I was lucky enough to actually be able to race tonight. I'm not going to be able to race tomorrow in the next series, so yeah, my goal is just being able to show up, hopefully.
Gotcha. All right. I'm hoping I know that is a little disappointing that we won't be able to watch you tomorrow night, but congrats on the top three. Any special shoutouts?
Um, just shout out to the admins, I guess. Shout out to Mets and shout out to my team owner. Uh, I forget his name. I'm not good with names. I think his name is Insolvable. Yeah, Insolvable. Shout out to him.
All right. Congrats on the top three. We're gonna move on to our winner of tonight's event. Someone that I guess I should have predicted it after last week, as you've been very strong as of late, Spartan. But you finally got it done. This time you can finally dedicate your win to somebody who's been in the chat. He saw you leading in the last few laps. Cobra was chatting it up. Give me your thoughts on the race and after the. I guess you were inside the top three, but Sterlo and Irish making those costly mistakes, and you capitalized massively at the end there with the fuel strategy and the tires. More tires than fuel, and having the speed to get around those two.
Yeah, we definitely had a solid car all night. Just had to manage my way through
Good
some
track vision.
cars. Yeah, we had good track position. Um, we were a top three car pretty much the whole race, top five. Sterlo and Irish were definitely the class of the field. Until stage three, Irish made a couple mistakes, and I ended up getting around them. Um, I don't know if he hit the wall whenever I was passing him, or what happened. Made his entry
You
too
may
too
have
high.
scraped it.
Yeah, and just from there, I just walked away, and we finished the race on 4 and 3% on the tie on the right side. So it was definitely close. So I want to
How
dedicate the
are
win to Cobra, and he can come get his autograph here after the interview.
how was it managing the tires tonight compared to like maybe a 2% or a 3x, whereas this 4x is a lot, I guess, more aggressive on the tires at like a track like Darlington.
Yeah, Darlington really ate up the tracks. I was really concerned. Like when I pit, there was 15 to go. Um,
Hmm.
and I was kind of concerned from that because I wasn't able to run out of fuel, a full fuel run, and I had a feeling it was gonna be super close. But the end of the race, Darlo kind of made a mistake, and I looked at the leaderboard, and I was 2.5 seconds up. And Metz told me he was gonna wreck me if I passed him. So I saved my tires and let Metz stay on the lead lap, and that's how we won the race.
Oh, Oh, trust me, the lap cars were definitely a factor tonight, but luckily it did not affect you, Spartan. This is your third on the win on the season, and by the way, this is an interesting stat for anyone who's a stat nerd. All of the winners so far during the season have multiple, so you are the most winningest driver in the Backwoods Racing Series League so far. 3 wins compared to everyone else's 2. So
Yep.
what are your thoughts going into the final race of the regular season as you
Uh,
get more playoff points for the win tonight?
I mean, obviously, I'm going to do anything I can to try to get because I missed a couple races, so I want to get some more playoff points. But it's Dega. I mean, let's be honest. Anything can happen there.
Yes.
So, gonna hope for the best and expect the worst. And if we come out with some playoff points, we do. If not, we're still in the playoffs and we have 3 wins going in, so we should be sitting pretty good.
Yep, it would definitely be fun watching you guys work together at Dagos. I know you got a pretty good team there. All right, Spartan. Any special shoutouts before we head out?
Um, Starlo and Irish. I mean, they definitely had the cars to win the race. I mean, I know I ran the fastest lap, but that they were definitely the fastest cars. Shout out to you, like always, for putting on a good show, and Mets for putting on the league for us.
Yep, definitely.
Oh, and
Congrats on
to
the win.
Hendricks.
Oh,
Hope Hendricks is feeling better.
yeah. I made sure to shout him out. Hopefully early on the stream. So prayers to him.
Yep,
Hopefully he gets better.
absolutely.
We're gonna talk to Mets fan if he wants to. For like a minute or two. To give his thoughts on the race as well if he wants to.
Yeah, very happy. Rather be a
Come here.
tire saving race than a field mileage. But very proud of everybody. 2 cautions in a track that can be 1 lane, wall bouncing type track. So I'm very happy about that. Um, very happy. Shout out to Spartan for the win. I did not, for clarification, I did not say I was going to wreck him. I just said I was going to make it easy, and he wasn't going to pass me. So if you can take
Mm.
it, take that for what it's worth. I just said you're not going to pass me. And was I right? I think I was right because I knew he had a safe tire. Um, but very happy. Great group of guys, 22 people at Darlington, and we only had 2 cautions in a car that can be very loose and very it can be a struggle to drive at the end of these runs. Very happy. On to Daytona, on to Talladega.
Gotcha. All right, guys. I'm gonna do the order. Who did finish 11th and 12th? I'm actually wondering that right now, so I get the order right.
Did I not have to put it in the picture?
Yeah, you didn't put in the picture.
Really?
No, it's not. All right.
Oh,
I'm
crap.
gonna go over the top 10 though, as I got some time. All right. So top 10 for the night's race is Spartan. He capitalized massively on drivers' mistakes and just conserving his tires. Had great speed all night. Got around those 2 even. So even if they did have the class of the field, he did get around them pretty cleanly. He had speed all night. He wins tonight at Darlington. 3rd win on the season. Perk had a great run for the 98. 2nd tonight. He needs that win to get himself in the playoffs, but we'll see how he runs at Dega. We got 3rd is Yeti, another solid run for him. One of the best runs that he had tonight for 3rd. Line Cone recovered pretty well, finished 4th. B13, the show of the field. He went down 2 laps in stage 1, back to finish inside the top 5. T-Stone subbing for Georgia Dog got a solid finish for 6th. Fenris, someone who I thought heading into the season would be a playoff driver. He's missed quite a bit of races, but got a top 10 there in 7th. The sub in the 54th, Raptor had a solid night in 8th. Master Killer, the guy just outside the top 10, top 12 in points, finishes 9th. Dodge Dakota finished 11th, or 10th, my apologies. And then I don't know who finished 11th and 12th, so we're going to go on to 13th. Woods is 13th. Mets fan, he does stay on the lead lap. The last car on the lead lap in 14th. Aspies finishes 15th in his first start in the series. Serlo, after leading quite a bit in the first 2 stages, Irish got on the wall. He had to pit with about 4 to go, so he lost all of his track position, and that caused him to finish outside the top 15 and 16th. K-Therms had a solid night going, but had to pit with about 4 to go because his tire would blow, so he finishes 17th. Trip had the same situation as those 3. Irish spun it, I think, with about 5 to go, or had to pit, so he finished 19th. Coaster finishes 20th. 21st is Leppy. Not a great night for him, as he had some speed, but at the end there, lost all of his track position. 22nd is going to be Steel Carrot. 23rd is Ironman and Exo. Cowboy Tech finishes 11th. So Cowboy Tech gets a top 12 in my opinion. That's a great run by him. I appreciate him. And we're gonna say Impact does finish his 12th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Cowboy
He may
Tech
have
11th.
left.
Cowboy 12th.
Impact. Who was 11th? Who was 12th?
12th was Impact, 11th was Cowboy Tech.
All right, Cowboy Tech and Impact round out your top 12. So that's gonna do it for me. I'm trying to end it out. I gotta go to sleep. Mets fan, enjoy your night. Hear from you tomorrow if it's a good race, hopefully.
Sure.
All right, peace, guys.